Okay guys, welcome back to the layout. We're doing an overdue part 3 on the Amtrak engine. I'm going to hit F8 here so you all can hear me a little bit better. In parts 1 and 2 we showed the install of the mobile and sound decoders on this. We also showed the install of the 2mm LEDs and resistors and how to wire those up to the decoder as well. And today we're going to review some real simple programming of the lighting. I've done some of this in some of the other videos. I'm just going to review it here real quick and give a brief explanation of how it works and why it works in this example. So what I'm going to do first is hit F0 on my throttle, and that's going to give me the front headlight. Now the front headlight is controlled by CV49. If you're using a wired decoder, it would be the white wire. In this case it's the pad on the 165 decoder, so it's going to be the F0F or F0 front or F0 forward pad that's controlling this. It all goes back to the same thing, which is CV49, and that's with Digitrax decoders. Other manufacturers may or may not have a different CV that controls that. But because it's a front headlight hooked up to a front headlight function, no programming is needed. We want the headlight come on when we hit F0, off and on, and when we put it in forward or reverse, we want it to change from forward to reverse. So again, no programming is needed with CV49. If you wanted to do something different, like make it flash or flicker or Mars light or whatever that might be, some programming may be needed. With a front headlight, I want to leave it alone. It's prototypical for this particular engine. If I put it in reverse, we're going to get the red backup lights. Now normally the reverse would be a light somewhere here in the back. I took that out and I made it these lights here in the front. And again, no programming is needed. F0 is going to be off and on, and like I showed a moment ago, the direction is going to be direction, so no programming is needed. Whether you had this additionally as a light in the back or you took that out and just used the front like I did, it's going to be the same, so no programming is needed there. Now put that back in the forward position. There's two ditch lights on the front of this that we installed. One's controlled by F1, and if I press F1 I get a light there, and the other controlled by F2, and we want that to operate like ditch lights normally like to. They are on typically with the headlight being on, and when the horn is blown they will oscillate back and forth for a period of time. And the programming for that is simple. I'm going to do it right here in the throttle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my program key, and hopefully you guys can see my throttle there from where you're at. And I'm going to program CV51. So the front headlight is 49, the back headlight's 50. F1 function, which would be, I think it's the green wire, is 51, and F2 is 52. So 49, 50, 51, 52, 52 being the green wire, are your CVs that we're going to look at. And again, we're just programming 51 and 52 for the ditch lights. So 51, we're going to make a value of 106, which is a special logic Digitrax has put in for the ditch lights, and 52 will be 107, one being for one ditch light, one being for the other ditch light. So when I exit, as you can see, I have the front headlight and two additional ditch lights, and again when I put it in reverse, they all turn off and they all turn on. And when I hit the F2 normally for the horn, they do oscillate. I'm hoping the camera picks it up well enough. Now notice as soon as I release F2, they stop oscillating. So there's one more one more CV I'm going to program, which is the ditch light holdover time. And that is, hit the program key here real quick, CV63. I'm sorry my hand's in the way, I'll move it out as soon as I get there. And we're going to make that a value of about 250. Almost there. Hit the enter key. Now what that does is the ditch lights continue to flash even after F2 has been released. The higher the value, the longer the ditch lights will flash for. So 0 being they'll stop flashing immediately after you release F2, and the value of 250, or I think 255 is the max, is about 20 seconds worth. So if you had it about halfway, somewhere around 120, 125, 127, it'd be about 10 seconds worth, so on and so forth. So let me exit out of the program mode. I'm going to press F2 and see how they're flashing. I'm going to release F2 and they continue to flash. The only thing I don't like about this decoder is if I press F2 again, they'll reset, and sometimes it resets the flashing sequence too, but not a big deal. And again, every time I release F2, I have about 20 seconds with what we programmed. So 20 seconds again, even after I release it, until they will stop flashing. So you can play around with CV63 and get the length if you wanted to go on only for a few seconds and then go back to a constant voltage. You can do that. If you wanted to flash for a little while, then bring that value up a little higher. So that is really about it for programming. There's really only 3 CVs, like I said, they had to be done, and I had them there at the bottom of your screen so you can see that. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be happy to go over that with you. But that pretty much finishes up the install of this engine. Sorry for taking so long to get it done. I'm going to hit F8 and turn the sound back on, and we'll let it run on the ladle a few times, and then we'll see you next time.